while since I've made a YouTube video, so I figured I'd go ahead and crank one out. I was on Blog TV the other day and I stumbled into a chat room there, and my ears perked up because someone mentioned my name. I guess Azranak was right about me in the official guide to fake Sagan. The best way to get my attention is to use my name, as opposed to everybody else who doesn't notice when they're mentioned by someone. I don't really get that either. Someone I barely knew said, "Fake Sagan is my friend." I walked into the middle of that, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? You know, here I am. Don't tell people that you and I are friends. You know, no offense, you seem like an all-right guy, but we barely know each other. I don't know where you live, you don't know where I live, I don't know your real name, you don't know my real name. We've talked maybe 5 or 6 times. How are we friends? We're loose acquaintances, at best." And he said, "Well, you know, we're not real-life friends or anything, but we're internet friends." And that's when I realized that this guy thinks there's a difference between internet friendship and friendship in real life. And that's when I realized this guy thinks there's a difference between the internet and real life. What is that? You know, this is one of these topics that I'm surprised I never made a video about before. And it seems so obvious to me that it should go without saying. I shouldn't have to make this video, but there's so many of you guys out there believing that, thinking that way. I feel like it's high time I made this video. How is the internet not real life? What is the difference between the internet and real life? When you talk on the phone, is that some kind of alternate reality? Why are people believing the internet is not some kind of fantasy role-playing game? It's an electronic communication and data storage system. That's all. You know, I wonder what the U.S. State Department thinks about the notion that the internet is not real life, after Bradley Manning released thousands of their internal documents to the internet whistleblower site WikiLeaks, for which he was charged with aiding the enemy, a charge that carries the death penalty, although prosecutors supposedly aren't going to seek that. That's serious stuff. I wonder what the Iranian government thinks about the idea that the internet is separate from real life, since a computer virus crippled their nuclear plants, essentially stopping their nuclear weapons program in its tracks. I wonder what they would think about the suggestion that the internet is not real life. How is the internet not real life? What is this strange form of electronic solipsism that makes you people believe that other people you communicate with on the net are somehow not real? I've got to wonder if the people that think that way have a diminished capacity for abstract thinking. And what is abstract thinking? Abstract thought is the reason that you're not shocked when the sun rises in the eastern sky every morning. Because if you had no capacity for abstract thinking, when you saw the sun dip below the western horizon at night, you would think that it was gone, just because you couldn't see it anymore. Where's sun go? And every morning when it rises again, you'd be surprised. But abstract thought gives you the ability to think about things that you can't actually experience immediately. It's what gives you the ability to extrapolate specific concepts into more general ideas. I've got to wonder if the people who think the internet is not real life just lack the capacity for abstract thought because they can't actually see the other people they're communicating with. I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think that the internet is part of real life, or is it some kind of ether that we all enter into, some alternate dimension, like the Matrix? How is the internet not real? I want to know if you guys believe that. So go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And by the way, while you're reading all of the retarded comments, the depressingly insipid, festering pile of herpaderp that inevitably accumulates in any YouTube video comment section, I want you to look at those comments and I want you to realize, not suspect, but know that every single one of them was left by a real human being with friends, a family, and presumably a job, real people. I want you to think about that. Mull that one over. And try not to wash down a bottle of sleeping pills with a fifth of Jack Daniels. This has been The Smooth Terrorist, and if you enjoyed this video and you don't want to see it disappear, then download it, re-upload it, mirror it, parody it, make it your own, because the jackasses at Google can't censor me unless you let them.